Thank you for watching, tuning in to us. This is SaluLaw Channel. I am Femi Salu. I'm an attorney. I practice law in Mississippi and Tennessee. I specialize in personal injury cases, and this second episode, we'll be talking about whether you can negotiate for more money in a car accident case. I am not your lawyer. I just want you to know that. This is just providing you with basic information for you to be able to talk to your lawyer. Just giving you enough minimum information so that you can at least talk intelligently with your lawyer. The answer to whether you can negotiate for more money in a car accident case is yes. And also no. It depends on the insurance policy, the policy limit of the insurance of person that caused the accident. Let me give you an instance. If you were hit from the rear by a guy who is just struggling, who is 9 to 5 minimum wage and struggling to pay for his automobile insurance, I can assure you the minimum coverage he probably would have would be $25,000, or if more than, for you as an individual, if more than one person is involved, maybe $50,000. That's the max. Now, this is where the problem is. You might suffer a catastrophic injury. What I mean by that, you might have broken bones, you might have broken neck, various serious injuries that requires lots and lots of treatment. In such a situation, all you will get is $25,000. And some people have asked me, why can't I go after the person that caused the accident? I wish you good luck if you want to do that. The insurance company, most likely before they settle, they will ask for a release from you. And if you fail, look, my total medical bills is over $75,000 or it's over $100,000. Why should I settle for $25,000, which is the policy limit in the coverage for the person that caused the accident? You have no option, but that's all you can do. What you should do in that case is just negotiate with your medical providers so that they can reduce their lien, so that at least you can go home with something. That's what I would recommend. But if it's a trucking accident, most truckers have a policy limit of between $750,000 to $1 million, and some of the big trucking companies have very large policy limit as high as $100 million. In that case, the sky is the limit. You can, claim as much as you are. But I want you to realize this. All those big insurance policy limits, they have lawyers, they will fight. They will put up a fight. And don't think you have, for example, a total medical bill of $10,000, you're expecting $1 million settlement. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. They will fight that case, and if you're not careful, you might even lose that case, depending on technicalities they're able to show in court. So, but yes, you can ask for more money. If, for example, you've been offered a certain amount of money, maybe you are still injured, you are still having pain, and you went back and had additional medical treatment, then on the basis of those additional medical bills, I want you to realize one thing. Insurance companies look at your total medical bills and how long you have been treating. That is very important. They look at the total medical bills. The longer you treat on an injury, the higher will be your settlement. And the higher your medical bills, the more. For example, I have clients that are treated for just total medical bills just 10,000, some 20,000. Then I have clients that have $1 million medical bills. So if those ones, and they've been treating for almost more than 2 years. So those ones we are not going to talk in terms of the settlement we're going to talk about for somebody with a $20,000 bill. It's not the same as the ones we are going to talk about $1 million bills. Whatever it is, I want you to realize that you are limited by the total amount of coverage of the person that caused the accident. Now, if you exhaust the coverage of the person that caused the accident and you have what I consider you have comprehensive or full coverage insurance, then you can come back under your uninsured motorist coverage. This is what that means. Let's say you exhausted the 25,000 of the other side, and you have a 50,000 coverage that allows for uninsured motorists or underinsured motorist coverage. You can come back to that. And if, for example, your total medical bill is above 50,000, you can come back to your own insurance and say, look, my injuries are worth more than the 25,000 I was able to get from the other side. I need to be compensated far more. This accident was not my fault. It was caused by the other side, so I need to be compensated far more. In that case, your insurance will evaluate the case and will make you an offer, what we call claims. They will make you an offer based on what they evaluate your case to be. So, but it's also possible that after your initial offer, that the insurance adjuster failed to take into consideration the lost wages. Some of you have missed so many weeks from work going for medical treatment, and you're able to document it by showing that the doctors actually took you off work and that your employer was able to also document that you missed work for so and so days based on the fact that you were injured in an accident. Now, you will require documentation from your supervisor to be able to show that you were off work for a certain number of days, saying it's just one sentence. Linda was off work for 30 days. She makes $20 an hour, and she was off work because of the accident. So you will need that, and the insurance company will be able to calculate how much you have lost, and that will be some of the consideration they will use in the calculation of your pain and suffering. So the amount you've lost from work, together with your total medical bills, can be used to negotiate for more, for additional settlement offer from the insurance company. If it's possible that when you do this negotiation that they are lowballing, in many cases they are lowballing for a reason. Maybe they looked at your injuries and feel it's soft tissue injury. Maybe there is so much gap between those treatments that you treated initially for 1 week or 2 weeks, and then you stopped treating, then you came back 3 months later and start treating. They might say, well, whatever you are treating for 3 months later is not related to the original injury. So all those things, your lawyer will have to just find a way to argue that it is related, and they should consider it in evaluating your case. I've had cases where a client was injured and was treated for like 2 months and stopped treating. It was a back injury. Then he went back to work. The back injury became serious. He aggravated it. He has to return to treatment 6 months later. And we're able to prove to the insurance company that, yes, he thought it will go away for 6 months, but it didn't go away. And he came back 6 months later and resumed treatment, and we're able to get a fairly decent settlement for this particular litigant. We never in my law firm, for example, I would say 90% of my cases, I don't file lawsuits. I only file lawsuits in 10% of my cases. I don't know what the statistics is for the other lawyers. Now, where we see that we are being lowball or liability is being disputed, then we have no option but to file a lawsuit, especially where there are so much injuries that has been, that we can see. In that case, in the first episode, I did mention how long it takes for a lawsuit. You just have to wait until we're able to push your case to a certain level where it can be settled. Yes, you can make more money, negotiate more money, either by showing additional medical bills, additional medical treatment, showing lost wages, and so on, or showing that whatever injuries that you had resulted into some additional medical condition which was never contemplated, and that happens a lot. All of this, so far your doctor can show the connection that these additional injuries that you are having 7 months, 1 year later came from the original accident that you had. Yes, you can come back and claim for additional compensation for pain and suffering. This is how you negotiate more money in a car accident case. You can also do it by just filing lawsuit. Most insurance adjusters, probably the adjuster that was negotiating with you before you file lawsuit will not be the same adjuster. They'll probably the insurance company will probably transfer your case to another adjuster who will now be in charge of your litigation and will progress with it. And in many cases, these cases are settled before rather than go to the jury. I always settle most of my cases where a lawsuit is filed because jury trial is very risky. But there are cases where you just have no option but to go before the jury and prove your case. So I want you to subscribe to this channel. I want you to share with your friends and families, and look forward to more episodes in this series of SaluLaw Channel. Thank you very much.